Live from the Febvre Stadium on the campus of Placer High School. Touchdown Production, celebrating our 13th exciting season of local sports television, is proud to present Placer Hillmen football. Tonight, in a crucial PVL battle, your Placer Hillmen take on their arch rivals, the Colfax Falcons. It's a football rivalry like no other, so don't you dare touch that remote. We've got the Hillmen and the Falcons right here, right now. It's your NorCal Game of the Week. The Placer Hillmen enjoy the home field advantage one final time during this regular season and honor the senior class here at the Febvre Stadium as Placer takes on the cross-county rivals, the Colfax Falcons. Good evening, football fans, wherever you are across our worldwide audience. This is Marty Mortensen along with Michael Strong. Our director for tonight's game in the Commander 3 is Sean Kashevsky, and of course, the rest of the Touchdown Production sports team have traveled to Placer High School for this Hillmen's final regular season game.
And tonight will be an emotional game for the Hillmen as they come off their first loss of the season at the hands of the Lincoln Zebras, who remain undefeated and play Bear River tonight. But also because it is senior night, and it's the particular group of seniors that have been part of the turning point in the Hillmen's rise to greatness under the leadership of third-year head coach Joey Montoya.
And to top it all off, it's their final home game of the regular season, and their opponent tonight is the Colfax Falcons.
You're right, Marty. The Falcons have owned the Hillmen for many years, and now the table has turned. And while Coach Martilla always has his teams ready to play some smash-mouth football, it may be the year of the Hillmen, who need to win here tonight in order to keep pace with Lincoln and Whitney so they can be one of the three teams going into the postseason.
And as we have been telling you all season long, Touchdown Production now has 2 trucks this year for your football coverage. So while we're here at Placer tonight, Jim Adams and Paul Brown are down at Elk Grove as the Thundering Herd take on the NU Miners. And all of these telecasts are on the internet and on demand at www.nevadacountytv.org. So as we wait the opening kickoff, we'll remind you that you're watching exclusive coverage of Placer Hillmen football on the Touchdown Sports Network. All right, seniors are being introduced here tonight as they come out with their parents, and they've got a whole crop of seniors out there on the field tonight, Michael, and that means they're going to have to do some rebuilding for next year, as what we saw tonight, the Placer Hillmen in the JV game were defeated soundly by Colfax by a score of 39-14.
Yeah, this is a great group of seniors that they have on this team. Like we mentioned earlier, they've really been the rally point of Coach Montoya as he's built this program. They've been the cornerstone and have done extremely well. And even though they came off the loss last week, a 13-6 loss to Lincoln, who has an extremely good team as well. All in all, though, a good senior class that is still vying for another shot at the section championship. Came close last year as juniors when they lost to Whitney. And the PVL in general is a very good league with Lincoln, Whitney, Placer, and Colfax. You've got 4 really strong teams, and actually the idea for this year is they were thinking about taking 4 teams from a certain league if it's good enough, and maybe excluding a team from a different league, so that way they can have the best into the playoffs. So we might see a 4 teams from the PVL go to the playoffs, but more than likely there will be 3 teams, and this is a huge game tonight as Colfax and Placer each have 1 loss, and the loser here will be a game behind second and third place in the division, or in the league, and then Lincoln, of course, undefeated at the top, playing Bear River tonight at Bear River.
And so we've got some exciting football coming up as the last senior is introduced here tonight. We'll be about ready for the kickoff shortly, but it's going to be, like you mentioned, Michael, it's going to be a tough road for one of these two teams tonight, because whichever team loses is, for all intents and purposes, probably is out of a spot in the playoff. So as we get ready for the kickoff, we'll remind you that you're watching exclusive coverage of Placer-Hillman football on the Touchdown Sports Network.
Personal trainer Michael Strong has a new way for you to be healthy. It's GetFitRight.net, the personal trainer that comes to you. Speed, strength, agility, and stamina can all be increased with regular workouts, and Michael Strong tailors each one to you. So be healthy with the help of Michael Strong and GetFitRight.net. Woo! In Grass Valley. The Hauser family reminds you, if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax.
The Painter family has been taking care of feeding Nevada County families since 1959. And in October, we'll celebrate 50 years of service to you. At both locations of SPD, you'll always find USDA choice beef and a full-service meat department, a complete deli section, produce department, post office, and everything else that makes SPD so special. SPD Markets, hometown proud, where your neighbors shop.
B&C is your neighborhood home and garden center for both builders and consumers. They carry everything you need. In their garden center, you'll find a complete nursery along with expert advice on trees, shrubs, perennials, and garden enhancements. They're open 7:30 to 6 Monday through Saturday and 8 to 5 on Sunday. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center in the Fowler Center, Grass Valley. Your car or truck is an extension of your personality. Chuck Cavros knows this, so Top This delivers truck and auto attitude every day with in-store displays featuring thousands of products from WeatherGuard, DZ, bracket truck racks, along with a large selection of aftermarket performance products, all from the top manufacturers. So give your car or truck the attitude it deserves at Top This Truck and Auto Accessories.
And by Hanson Brothers Enterprises. Hanson Brothers Colfax is ready to help you beautify your outdoor world. At Hanson Brothers in Colfax, you'll find a selection of landscape and masonry products, retaining walls, and stepping stones. Now, also in Colfax is HBE Rentals. HBE Rentals is a full-service facility just like the one in Grass Valley. Hanson Brothers in Colfax has everything for outdoor landscaping, and combined with HBE Rentals, they are proud to be a part of the Colfax community and Hanson Brothers Enterprises.
In the 4th annual Mike Bratton Turkey Trot, Mike and Robin remind you to mark your calendars for Thanksgiving morning for the 4th annual Turkey Trot at Nevada Union High School as they honor their son Michael Bratton II. A record number of runners showed up for last year's event, and a great time was had by all. It'll be a great time to come by and see old friends as the miners prepare for their Thanksgiving contest while the race is on, and be sure to sign up online so you can reserve your t-shirt, and your participation in the 4th annual Turkey Trot helps so many nonprofits in our area, and it's the 4th annual Mike Bratton Turkey Trot on Thanksgiving morning.
You're watching exclusive coverage of Placer-Hillman football on the Touchdown Sports Network.
You're always close by your neighborhood Ace Hardware in Auburn, located on Highway 49 at Luther Road and locally owned and operated for the past 12 years by Mike Ryan and his family, Neighborhood Ace has teamed up with the buying power of Ace Hardware to bring you the largest selection of products for your home and business. And at Neighborhood Ace, they're always ready to talk about the latest Hillmen victory at Neighborhood Ace Hardware. Purchasing a used car is better for the environment than buying a new one. That's right, the energy it takes to create a new automobile versus one already built is substantial. So when you choose a used vehicle from Keith Kerwin and Todd Slover, you're helping the environment by consuming less energy. At Pioneer Motors, every car is hand-picked, Carfax checked, inspected, and detailed. Pioneer Motors, 1611 Main Street in Grass Valley. Chan, Moon, and Kirschbaum welcome you to their Grass Valley location. Using OptiMap technology, Chan, Moon, and Kirschbaum offer complete eye examinations and can treat any eye condition. They then fill your prescription and grind your lenses in-house, offering a wide selection of frames and contacts. Chan, Moon, and Kirschbaum, protecting your most precious gift of sight. 360 Sierra College Drive, Grass Valley.
Gold and silver are more important as a part of your investment portfolio more now than ever before. There's inflationary pressures. China alone could push the gold price more than double from $1,000 to $2,000 an ounce. Hi, my name is Jason Hommel and welcome to the JH Mint. Here at the JH Mint we have all sorts of gold and silver. We have about 200 ounces of gold. We have about 20,000 ounces of silver or more in stock. We also assay or scrap gold jewelry and placer gold, and we will be here for all of your gold and silver investing needs Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And by Touchdown Productions, celebrating our 13th season of local sports television. This is Marty Mortensen along with Michael Strong saying thank you for tuning in and making us the #1 sports telecast in the foothills. Remember, all of our Game of the Week telecasts since 1997 are available on DVD, including this exciting 2009 football season. They're all great sports moments produced by Touchdown Productions, now seen streaming all over the world at www.nevadacountytv.org. Just click on Watch NCTV Now or On Demand for the latest broadcast of your NorCal Game of the Week. Michael, there's a fever pitch here tonight as both of these teams are in a must-win situation.
Yeah, we got a packed house tonight. As you can take a look around the field, much like last week, a lot of people are here for this game. Another big game in the PVL. They seem to have one each week with these four top teams when they come to face each other. So an exciting game tonight as Placer looks to really help themselves after last week and only scoring 6 points, which was very unusual for a high-powered Placer offense. And a good job, though, by Lincoln to hold them to 6 points. But last week they had that fumble on the goal line where it looked like they were going to take it in and possibly tie the game. So missed opportunity for Placers. They kind of shot themselves in the foot at the end of last game. But tonight, both teams looking for a win.
All right, let's take a look at the Pioneer Valley League standings as we come into the final 2 games of the season. And there it is, Lincoln on top with a big victory here last week against Placer. 4-0 in league play, 8-0 overall. Whitney 4-1, 6-2 overall. And Placer at 3-1 and 7-1 overall. Colfax, tonight's Placer opponent, is 3-1, also in league play, 6-2 overall, and followed by Bear River, 1-3 at 4-4. They have a must-win tonight if they have any chance at all. They're going up against Lincoln, and I think that's going to be a tough assignment for them. But followed by El Dorado and Mesa Verde. But you can see by taking a look at these teams in this Pioneer Valley League, Michael, there are some strong teams here.
Yeah, extremely strong. You look at it 4-0, 4-1, 3-1, and 3-1. Very close. And one matchup, as we look back earlier this year, is that one with Bear River and Colfax, where Bear River lost by 1. That could have been a huge game had Bear River pulled that out, and they could have saw themselves maybe slightly in the mix with things, obviously going up against Lincoln. But nonetheless, Colfax was able to pull out the victory, which has really helped them stay within this league race among these 4 top teams.
So they have a tough matchup tonight against this solid Placer team, as they came off, like you had mentioned last week, that loss to Lincoln. And Lincoln, all these years, has been a doormat in this Pioneer Valley League. But this year, they've gone from a 1-9 season from last year to 8-0 this year. So they've turned it around, and they're looking very good, with a possibility of being the #1 seed in the playoffs.
Yeah, a lot of teams. Placer was another one who kind of went dormant for a while, never really did much in the PVL, and now they've really risen. Them and Lincoln have really helped this league become extremely strong. It used to be only Colfax you would see as the winner, and every now and then Bear River would, but now you get a chance to see Placer, Whitney, who's a relatively new school, has entered the league, and then along with Lincoln, it's really opened it wide open.
And now I think we're about ready to show you the Delta Valley League, which you can see that Nevada Union, your alma mater, is right on top. Why don't you run it down for us?
Well, Nevada Union sitting at 3-0. They beat Franklin a couple weeks ago. They're at 2-1. They face Elk Grove tonight, who's 2-1. Then you have Davis, Laguna Creek, and Valley bringing up the bottom. Nevada Union played Laguna Creek last week. Their offense looked extremely strong as they really rolled Laguna Creek. Overall, the Delta Valley League has really fallen off from last year, where Laguna Creek was the league champion, and they're at a 2-6 record. Franklin, who had a pretty solid team last year, is sitting at 4-4, 2-1 in league. But they got trampled by Nevada Union when Nevada Union went down there and played them. So Nevada Union, a win tonight will clinch the title for them, and most likely 2 home playoff games with a win. So that's what Nevada Union, who is looking for a big win tonight against Elk Grove.
Yeah, so tonight, Nevada Union taking on the Elk Grove Thundering Herd down in Elk Grove. The Commander 2 is down there with Jim Adams and Paul Brown, and so look for that game this weekend. And all in all, it looks like Nevada Union's to win or lose tonight.
Yeah, definitely. It's a big game. I have a feeling that Nevada Union is going to be able to handle Elk Grove nicely. They've been so focused ever since that loss to Rockland. They've really regrouped themselves, and they're not taking anybody light, and they've really cruised through. And now some of those teams aren't strong at all. But a team like Laguna Creek, who still has some good athletes on their team, a team like Franklin, who does have good athletes as well, they've really handled those 2 teams. So for Elk Grove would have to play one of their best games of the season if they really want to pull out an upset against Nevada Union.
Well, Elk Grove has always played Nevada Union tough, either at Nevada Union or down at down in Elk Grove. So we'll have to see how. All right, looks like we're back on here as we had a slight power failure. Here we go. We got the picture back on the television, and We're back in business. It looks like winter came a little early here with maybe a little power surge, and we're lost power for a little bit, but we're back in business now. So we're about ready for the kickoff. And I didn't see. Did you, by any chance, get a look to see who was going to receive the ball tonight?
No, I think we lost power right as they were going to show us.
Well, it looks like
Placer's going to get the ball first.
Yeah, I think so. Yep, that's what it looks like. So Placer will receive. Going back to receive for Placer, got Gottsmer and also Dalton Dyer back to receive.
We get a chance to see Placer's offense first and see how they will do after last week only scoring 6 points.
So Colfax will be punting. Looks like Mackie Leal will be doing the kicking off, and here it is. We're on our way. Marty Mortensen, Michael Strong. Fake handoff, and well, he handed it off. I lost it. Good fake in there by Dalton Dyer. And got me right off the bat.
Interesting as you see Placer, they imitate NU very well. Montoya being a coach from Nevada Union, also running the reverse like Nevada Union does.
And that was a handoff to Gottsmer. Took it up to about the 16-yard line, looks like. So now 1st and 10, going for a pass, going deep. He's going to get sacked. Boy, that was a big play right there.
That was huge. You know, Southward has got some great deep threat, goes up for the ball rather nicely, but Colfax able to put pressure on the quarterback to get the sack. And a couple key players to watch out for tonight. Colin Burnett, quarterback for Placer, as well as Asher Gottsmer, 13 touchdowns this season, and Josh Turney, who has 14 touchdowns as well.
There's a quick handoff over the left side, going up the sideline for a big gainer. That'll get the first down after a loss on the first play from scrimmage, but that'll get them in up the field as Baldoni came up and put the stop on, and the ball will be out to look like the 35-yard line.
And for both teams, the key in this game is running the football. As they've got a couple really good running backs. Both of them rely on the run to set up their pass.
Give me a cup of coffee.
Now rolling out, handoff to Dyer, trying to sweep right side, turns the corner and maybe picks up about close to another first down. Dalton Dyer.
A good run by Dyer to get to the outside and pick up some good yardage. As number 19 for Colfax, Crowley Grayson, came up to force him even more to the outside and out of bounds.
Here comes Placer to the line of scrimmage. A pass play out into the flat, wide open. Completed to Southward. Picks up another first down as Placer continues to drive down the field into Colfax territory, where Placer now will have the ball on the Colfax 39-yard line.
And Southward, a really good wide receiver, has 18 catches for 358 yards on the season and 4 touchdowns for the Placer Hillmen. Him and Gottsmer, you'll see a lot, receiving a lot of passes throughout the night from Burnett. I think we're getting a little bit of rain coming down now, or maybe a little bit of mist.
Well, it's not missing us, I can tell you that. All right. Handoff left side to going for over left tackle just for a couple. Turning the ball carrier.
And Colfax for tonight, they're really going to have to try to slow down the Placer offense as much as they can. And when they get the ball when they get the ball back, they really need to run down the clock and keep the ball out of Placer's hands. But right now, Placer doing a good job on this first drive, having some big runs in the early going.
The keeper trying to roll the right side, looking, and he's got his man for the first down. That is Southward again, getting a couple more as he gets the ball down to about the 30-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10.
And Southward doing a good job running a great route and good job of manipulating and getting open. If we could see a replay of that, I'd like to see how he uses his body against the defender to get open.
I think we do have that replay of Southward. Here, now watch this.
Take a look. Oh, I don't think we're going to be able to see it, but Southward gives a little push off and then comes back to the ball, and that's why the defender was playing so far off of him. A good job by Southward of getting open.
Well, there was a quick handoff going for about Gottsmer, going for about close to another 1st down again. So Placer continues on the move. That was good for about 7.
And Placer, I have a feeling, is going to be really tough to stop tonight. They're hungry after last week.
Burnett now hands off. Dalton Dyer around the right side, getting the block, cuts back in, and is going to be taken out of bounds. I believe he's going to be very close to the 1st down. Price made the tackle. That is a 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 on the about 19-yard line of Colfax. So far, Colfax hasn't been able to stop this drive downfield.
Well, a good-looking first drive for Placer.
Handoff, left side. That's Gottsmer carrying for another 6-yard gain.
And Gottsmer just a really good runner as he leads the team in rushing with 1,047 yards, and obviously a lot more after his couple runs here tonight. But again, we talked about it earlier, 13 touchdowns, averages 10 yards per carry when he runs.
There's a sweep around the left side. He's going to cut it back inside. Could go in, and he does. Does he run out of it? No, he's not. Touchdown. Gottsmer with a Placer-Hillmen touchdown.
Well, other than that first play, Placer looking extremely good in this first drive as they ran the ball nicely, and Gottsmer having a couple of good runs and finished it off with a touchdown.
Well, that didn't take long as Placer drove down 80 yards, about 85 yards for a first score. See, last week they couldn't do that against Lincoln.
Lincoln, they're led by those 2 huge guys, oh, yeah. And they really helped put a stop to the running game of Placer. But tonight, Placer doing a good job of controlling the line of scrimmage, and now they find themselves up 7-0. And for Colfax, this could be an early important drive for them, as you saw how easily Placer went down the field. It looks like they might be able to put together quite a few drives, so Placer really needs to answer on this next drive.
Take a look at that touchdown. Now watch this handoff here.
Well, yeah, just a handoff to the left side. He's going to bounce it to the outside as there's nothing there up the middle, and there's just nobody out there. The corner went with the receiver, went with Southward to the middle, and just easy run for Gottsmer.
And Baldoni, the middle linebacker, came up and was taken out on the play, and he had no chance of catching Gottsmer, and 6 points for the Placer-Hillmen. You can see the rain starting to come down.
We got a little bit going here. A little bit more of November football right now.
There's the kick. Taking at the 8-yard line and trips and falls.
Well, he just ran over his blockers.
Like,
yeah, his blockers got to do a better job of getting upfield to make a block, but he just ran right into him. So and got tripped up.
Colfax will now take the ball on their own 17-yard line. So they're starting deep in their own territory, and let's see if they can put the drive of their own together. Fake handoff, looking downfield, got his man wide open is Mosier.
And a good job by Mark Mathot Quarterback for Colfax doing a good job rolling to his left and hitting Chase Mosier for a good 9-yard gain. And a key player to watch tonight for Colfax will be Patrick Rollins, the running back, who has ran the ball exceptionally well for Colfax throughout this year.
There's a pitch out, right side, trying to turn the corner, gets the first down, and gets up to about the 31-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10.
A good start for Colfax to get that first down. You don't want to go 3 and out on your first drive, and an opportunity to eat up a little bit of this clock as they continue this drive.
Two backs behind the quarterback, handoff, first man through, and that is Patrick Rollins, and he's going to take it all the way into Placer territory, and the ball will be spotted about the 47-yard line.
And Patrick Rollins, a good hard runner, as you saw him lay some punishment at the end of that play on a Placer defender, but Placer going to a little bit of a smash mouth football like we talked about earlier, and just lining straight up and running it right at the Placer Hillmen.
1st and 10, Colfax on the drive. Pitch back, looking for running room, trying to turn to the outside, not going to be able to do it. That was Marino.
And Josh Clem, the senior linebacker, coming up and making the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Good job of getting to the outside and not letting Rollins around the corner to gain any yardage.
You see how far back that pitch went? That one went back almost 10 yards.
Yeah, I mean, he really started out. They go kind of from that pistol shotgun formation, and then so you're already starting about 3 or 4 yards back, and then the pitch looked like another 4 or 5. So, yeah, they're definitely behind the line of scrimmage.
Coming back. And there's a delayed hand Statue of Liberty type play around the corner. He breaks through and almost broke it away as
little misdirection play by Colfax there as they faked it to the inside guy, and Rollins came back around almost like a somewhat of a reverse, but not really. A good play by Colfax as Placer was a little bit fooled.
Josh Clem saved a touchdown as he was the last defensive player to get a hand on him. And the only way that play will work is you got good blocking on the line of scrimmage. There's a handoff directly up the middle, and that'll go for about 4 or 5 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Ball will be placed on the 29-yard line.
Colfax, good start so far to this game for their offense, as they really need to try to keep pace with Placer, as you expect Placer to score quite often.
5:27 and counting here in the first quarter. Handoff, pitch back, looking to go deep. Nobody there. Looks like somebody forgot to run a route.
Well, I tell you what, Placer definitely wasn't fooled by it, as there was nobody open, but you're right. I don't think a couple of the players from Colfax ran the route.
No.
And the protection broke down, as it looked like Mike Gray, a senior defensive end, came up and made the sack for Placer, and that's going to put Colfax in the 3rd and long.
All right, it's 3rd and long, about 3rd and 16, off into the neutral zone, but now he steps back. Now they're going to call a timeout. I'm surprised he didn't call a penalty on the lineman that jumped into the neutral zone.
As we take a look at that replay of the sack. Oh, sorry, it wasn't Gray. It was actually, Gray was there as well, but also number 11, Josh Clem, who came on a blitz from the outside. But yeah, there was just nobody open as the Placer secondary stayed back and stayed home. So good job by Placer defense, very disciplined defense, as they came up with that big sack.
Yeah, that was. I watched the 3 receivers going into the secondary, and Placer stayed with them all the way. Mm-hmm. You're right; they were not fooled by that pitch back to the quarterback. So now it's going to be 3rd and long, first time out of the ball game for Placer, and we're in order for Placer going to have to pick up 16 yards to keep this drive alive. Of course, they might be in 2-down territory if they can pick up some yardage on this play here. Now we're ready to go. Handoff. That is to Rollins, and he gets some of it back. He gets about 8 or 9 yards on the carry. They're still going to be short for a 4th down.
We got a late flag on the play.
Looks like it may be against Placer, and let's see where they're going to step it off. No, they're waving the flag off.
Interesting situation for Colfax right here. You're probably in the territory to where you could go for it, because I have a feeling maybe a field goal might be too long.
Yeah, it's 4th and about 6 for a 1st down, so this is a big play, a pivotal play so far for Colfax. They're going to go for it. Pitch. Trying to turn the corner. He's not going to get it. That was Marino. That'll bring up 4th down. I don't think he made it.
Interesting play call. They did well running it up the middle, and the last time that they ran it to the outside, they lost yardage, so I figured maybe they would have gone with another run up the middle, but instead went to the outside, unable to pick it up. And Placer now gets the ball back up 7-0 with 4 minutes left here in the 1st quarter.
Let's see if Placer can replicate what they did in that first drive. Dyer in motion, looking, going deep, got a man open, and he's got it wide open, and he's got the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Placer, Asher Gottsmer.
Great job by Gottsmer getting behind the safety, and the safety really didn't do a good job of turning and running with him, as it was a beautifully thrown ball by Burnett. Hit him right perfectly in stride, and a big play for Placer, taking a 13-0 lead now, and Colfax is going to be reeling after a big play like that.
That's the same play they burnt Bear River on the first play from scrimmage. Kick is up, and it is good. 14-0. 3:48 left to go in this first quarter, and it's been all Colfax. Looks like I don't know if we have that or not, but it looked like the safety lost his balance as Gottsmer ran by him and never could recover.
No, not at all. And Gottsmer, who's got great speed, just kept going after he caught the ball.
Take a look at the replay, Michael.
Yeah, they're just going to do a nice little play action fake. Gottsmer's going to come from the left wing, run a post pattern. And again, Burnett is just going to throw a beautiful ball. And yeah, I mean, the safety gets turned around. Right. I mean, it's as if he didn't think the ball was going to be thrown that far.
Right.
And instead, Gottsmer just ran right by him. And again, the safety got turned around and couldn't pick up where the ball was coming down. Ends up being a 6 points for Placer.
So back to receive as Marino. And Keith Russell. There's the southward punt, and it's going to be short. And somebody better take it. They do. Now trying to get to the outside, cutting back up, and was able to do a little bit of something with that, about 6 yards from where he received the ball. And once again, Placer will start deep in their own territory.
Now Colfax facing a 14-0 deficit here in the first quarter. And they really need to come up with some points here as Placer looks to be unstoppable on the offensive side.
And over right tackle gets a couple. That was Patrick Rollins carrying the ball. 5'7", 160 pounds. Colfax shuffling 6 or 7 players at a time. I mean,
there's quite a few coming in and out there.
Handoff. Trying to get it to the outside. Couldn't do it. Also, that's Rollins again. Lynn made the tackle.
A big third down for Colfax as they're going to really need to pick up this first down. And for Placer, a hold here could get their offense the ball back. And an opportunity to go up by 3 possessions in this game.
Third down and about 5. Placer defense not giving up much yardage. There's a, I don't think somebody didn't get set.
Wonder what the call is. Is it an official time? I believe it was an official timeout.
Jared Weaver did the ball game for Placer. Handoff. Oh man, coming up, making a big stop.
That play was going nowhere as that defensive push by Placer blew that play up in the backfield, bringing up 4th down and having to punt now is Colfax. And Placer really looking to go up here by 21 or possibly 17 now.
Baldoni will be doing the kicking. Left-footed kicker gets a short kick, and it's going to come dead on about the 49-yard line of Placer.
Good field position to start for Placer. Just 1 yard over into their territory. So short field that they get to work with, and Colfax defense needing to step up here early in this first half. A lot going to be asked upon them now.
Dyer in motion. Handoff. That was Turney, the ball carrier. Pierce making the tackle.
Placer has a pretty good stable of running backs that they throw at you throughout this game. We'll get a chance to see 3 of them run the ball.
Handoff, the bobbled in the. That was just a broken play all over the place.
Yeah, it looked like Burnett kind of lost the fumble, and Gottsmer was able to pick it up, but it's going to be a loss of yardage and 3rd down. So good job lucky break for Colfax here, as they're going to force Placer into a bit of a 3rd and long, and an opportunity to put a stop together.
Dyer in motion, fakes to him, rolling out now, looking. No place to, just throws it away as he ran outside. Now they're going to throw a flag for intentional grounding.
Well, Cameron Southward, who is running the route, slipped on the play.
Let's see who they're going to call it on. I don't think it was roughing the passer. He was.
No,
he just threw the ball away as he ran out of bounds.
I don't think it's going to be intentional grounding. He was outside of the pocket.
Let's see what the call is. So far, no indication. Here we go. Yep, there was intentional grounding.
Must be different rules in high school.
It is than it is in the professionals. We got 3 sets of rules: high school, college, and
yeah. You'd like him to somewhat get on the same page.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still one game. But a good job by Placer to force Burnett outside the pocket, and there was just nothing open. And now defense gets their first stop of the game.
First punt of the ball game for Placer. Good snap, looking to good kick. And they're going to tell him to get away from it. Takes a Placer bounce and goes dead at about the 19-yard line of Colfax. So Colfax will take over 1st and 10.
It almost actually hit a player on Colfax. Got a little bit of a bounce, awkward bounce, and almost hit him. So Colfax gets the chance to take over and cut into this lead with 11 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Here we go, 1st and 10, handoff. Trying to sweep to the outside. Turns the corner, runs over one man, and goes out of bounds. It looks like about a 6-yard pickup, and that's the end of the first quarter. 14-0 here in the first quarter at the end.
We saw a good quarter by Placer with their offense as they really moved the ball up and down the field. For Colfax, the defense, getting burned on that one play. They've given up a few big plays, though, here early on, and that's something that they really need to try to prevent against Placer, who really sets you up to have a big play. The more big plays you give up, the more it just crumbles your team. So for Colfax, really have to eliminate those on defense, and on offense they're really gonna have to try to put together a drive and put some points on the board.
So it'll be 2nd down and about just a little over 4 yards for Colfax as they start their 4th drive, and hopefully they can put some points on the board. As the way things are going, this game can get away from them very quickly.
Tonight, Placer High School is honoring Dr. Bill Kirby with a Friend of the Hill Award for his many years of service to the school. We draw your attention to the track and the podium, the cheerleader podium. Dr. Kirby has donated his time as sideline doctor at the Febvre Stadium for the past 30 years. During that time, he's also provided 3 physical exams in his office.
A good stop by Placer. That's going to bring up 3rd down for Colfax, 3rd and 1. Big 3rd down play right here. Look for Colfax to probably run it straight up the middle like they've done tonight.
Nice tribute to Dr. Bill Kirby, the team doctor for over 30 years. Last week he was dressed up as the Grim Reaper for Halloween. I don't think you want to have your doctor as dressed as a Grim.
No, not at all.
So now it's going to be, let's see where they mark it. See if they're going to give them the 1st down. One of the Placer players shook up a little bit. That's Mike Gray who made the stop, and he's kind of
Mike Gray, we've seen him get hurt a couple times as he got hurt against Bear River. Took a pretty hard shot.
He's going to have to come.
First down.
Well, they did give him the first down, so it'll be 1st and 10.
After the measurement, first down, Falcons. With the 28-yard line.
First game so far this season with a little bit of moisture, and it looks like it's affecting our electrical connection.
I'd like to get a shot of the student section here as they're all on their feet.
There's a pitchback looking to throw the ball. He's got a man wide open and just overthrows him. That's a good play. That was Keith Russell. Just overthrew him.
Yeah, that was definitely a good play as the corner for Placer bit on it. Southward was able to somewhat make up for it, but nonetheless, Brian Russell was pretty wide open as Rollins was unable to get the pass to him.
That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. There's a pass. That's going to be intercepted. That is Gottsmer. And he's got some running room. He's heading down the side. Got a good block. Looks like a block in the back. Let's see if they're going to throw a flag on it. No.
Well, Gottsmer, he can do everything. He runs it, catches it, and also intercepts it. Nicely done by Gottsmer. I mean, it's just an overthrow by Mac Holtz.
I didn't even see a receiver in the area, was there?
Yeah, there's number 8. Mosier was there, but he overthrew him by about 5 yards, it looked like, and Gottsmer was standing right there. Really didn't have to do much as it came right to him.
So now there's a handoff to Gottsmer again. He'll pick up a couple. All that deception in the backfield, it's hard to see who's got the ball.
Yeah, they do an excellent job running their fakes, does Placer. And talking with a few of the other teams around the PVL and a couple of the coaches from Bear River, they said they would fake so well that it was hard to pick up the ball and where it was going.
2nd down and 8. In motion is Dyer. Now rolling out, looking, got a man in the end zone, and it's going to be, oh, he's caught? It is! Touchdown! That is Southward on a nice pass and catch in the end zone. Placer goes up 20-0.
The last time I got to see Southward was when they played against Bear River, and he had an excellent game. Just a really good pure receiver, does a great job locating the ball, was aware enough to keep his feet in bounds as well as he came up with a big touchdown catch. And, you know, for Placer, we see them run the ball a lot. We've seen 2 touchdown passes tonight.
So Cameron Southworth will come in to attempt the extra point to try to make it 21-0. High snap, put down, up, and did it get through? Yes, it did. That was a squibber. That makes the score 21-0 as Colfax is digging themselves a big hole they're going to have to come out of.
Yeah, going down 21-0 here midway through this first half. Not looking good for Colfax. As we take a look at that replay, just another play action. And Southward is going to run a post corner. And Burnett does a good job of putting it in the corner of the end zone as Southward able to just create enough space between him and the defender, keep the feet down, and come up with a big catch. And that puts Placer up 21-0. And we could be looking at an early blowout here as Placer doing an extremely good job offensively and as well as defensively putting together some stops against this Colfax offense.
So Southward now will come up in it with the kickoff. 21-0, 9:57 left to go in this first half. And it's been all Placer. There's a deep kick into the corner. May go out of bounds, and it looks like it does. So that'll put the ball on the 35-yard line, or they'll have to re-kick it again. There is Coach Montoya. He's a little bit happier so far in this game than it was last week against
I can imagine.
Lincoln.
I can imagine seeing his offense stopped and held to 6 points, and actually ran into him at the beach hut here in Auburn. And he says, you know, we'll be ready. You know, we'll rebound. We'll see him again. And they look forward, I think, to making the playoffs and hopefully facing Lincoln again.
There's a handoff. Quick hitter. Breaks through into the secondary. And the ball carrier was Schweitzer, the ball carrier. And he picks up a first down where it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line.
Good first down run for Colfax.
I think Colfax wants to get back in this game. They're going to have to do something on this drive.
Yeah, and they actually switched out the quarterback.
Left, thrown out into the flat, and that'll pick up about 6 yards.
I think maybe they're looking for a spark, but as you can see, they're actually rotating quarterbacks as
that was Russell.
Yeah, as Mackholtz comes back into the game. So going with a 2-quarterback system is actually, we've looking at the stats, both of them have thrown here and there throughout the year.
Handoff. Whoa, he gets hammered right at the line of scrimmage. Met in there by the right side of the Placer line. Big hit. Jake Turney, they made the stop.
A 3rd down again for Colfax. And this time, you know, again making it into Placer territory. Their first drive they were able to, but came up short on that 4th down.
Handoff. Boy, Clem on the tackle.
Josh Clem has been all over the field tonight making tackles. He's had a sack and a couple of tackles for losses. Coming up there and stopping the running back before he was able to get to the first down. But another 4th down that Colfax is faced with.
Short yardage. It looks like they're in 4-down territory, trailing by 21-0. They're going to have to get this first down and try to drive into the end zone for the half. Wholesale substitution again. They're going to have to hurry up.
Oh, unfortunately, I think that's going to be a delay of game.
It was a delay. I knew it was running close.
That's just terrible by Colfax of not getting out there. And now instead of a 4th and 1, you look at a 4th and 5 and probably going to have to punt the ball.
Right now, it's like the punting team's coming in. Well, that's just a killer, isn't it?
Yeah, that is too bad. You're in Placer's territory, 4th and 1, and a good opportunity to get the first down, and instead a simple delay of game penalty forces you to punt.
Baldoni to punt, and it's going to be a signal for a fair catch by Southwood, and Placer will take over on their own 25. It'll be 1st and 10. Here comes Placer. Dyer in motion, handoff. First man through, and is going to maybe pick up 1 or 2 yards.
I think Placer can score here, go up 28-0. That could put the game away, as Colfax's offense hasn't been able to do anything.
There's Southworth, the ball carrier again, and well, that's Gottsmer, I believe. Let's see who gets up in the bottom of that pile.
There's a bunch of them. Good, and third and reasonably short for Placer.
Third down and about 5. Handoff, trying to do a sweep. Cuts back. Got it. First down.
Gottsmer does an extremely good job of running in between the tackles, seeing the hole and bouncing it around. You know, he's not shifty. He's not going to try to sit here and juke you, but he's going to make necessary cuts back into the hole and into the open space and keep going forward as he's able to pick up the first down on that play.
Now rolling it, look, stepping back to pass out, thrown out to southward, and he's going to pick up about 5 here. Fumbles the ball, and it looks like Colfax has recovered it. Let's see if it stayed in bounds. Everybody's signaling. First down, Colfax.
That was interesting. As southward, he got turned around. It didn't look like the ball was punched out, and he just didn't have a good handle on it as it came loose. And a little bit of momentum for Colfax here, down 21-0 midway through the second quarter.
High snap, but then it's, no handoff. The quarterback takes it himself. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Here's that replay.
This is going to be an out route by southward. Does a good job of hauling the catch in. Let's see if the ball gets punched out.
It did,
oh, yeah, it did
right.
get punched out.
Here we're back to live action. Pitch back, looking for a block, can't get it, but he picks up some yardage as he twists and turns. Mike Gray stopped him.
And Rollins, a pretty hard runner, as he fights for those extra yards.
So that'll bring up 3rd and long again. Into the ball game is Brandon Pope for Placer. So Colfax catches a break. Let's see if they can capitalize. Trailing 21-0. Looks like there's some confusion again, and now they're going to have to call a timeout.
That'll be their second timeout here.
It is, yep. They run so many different formations, and you get a couple of players out of position, it's a little bit tough.
Yeah, it definitely could throw your game off, and we saw the delay of game already tonight. Second timeout being used as they've seem to have been confused here throughout the first half, maybe out coaching themselves is kind of what it looks like has been going on. So for Coach Martello, really want to get that situated with his guys.
He's out there talking with his offense, trying to put a spark into them, as they just haven't been able to put any kind of a drive together tonight.
No, not at all. I mean, other than the first one, which ended on a 4th down, they really haven't been able to do anything against this Placer defense, and they've had good field position a couple of times, but a penalty forced them to punt, and then the interception as well hurt them. They got to give it up to Placer, who's played pretty good defense throughout the year, and again tonight playing good defense.
3rd and 6. Sweep to the left, cuts it back in, got the first down and more. He's still going, and he's on his way. He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown. And that is Patrick Rollins, a nice run.
It's great execution by Colfax, and Rollins running hard, breaking through arm tackles as he made his way into the end zone. And Colfax a little life here, down 21-6 with 5 minutes left in the second quarter.
Holding is stuck. Ball's placed down. Kick is up and good. And that is Mackie Leal.
Well, 21-7. 21-7. Colfax battling back here, trying to stay in this game as much as they can. And that's what a turnover will do to you, as we saw Placer score off of their interception that they had. And now Colfax able to score after forcing a turnover. We'll take a look here at the replay. And they've been running up the middle and to the outside quite a bit tonight, and they're finally able to break it open. As you can see, Rollins does a great job of following his blockers, breaks a couple tacklers there, and then does a nice job of cutting it back. And then from there, race into the end zone.
Yeah, that arm tackling is not going to bring him down.
No, not at all. He's a real hard runner and a punishing runner.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to try to trip him up, it's not really going to work. He'll run through you.
Which he's already done a couple times tonight. So now we've got a ball game working here now, as there's the kickoff. That's taken by Dyer. He hands it off, and then falling down. And that's Gottsmore kind of lost his footing there. The field is a little slippery after that little rain shower we had earlier.
Yeah, it's a little wet out there right now, and I think, that's why we saw Southward, who had that fumbled when it got punched out. I wonder, a little bit slippery. Ball gets a little bit wet. It's going to come out a lot easier.
There's a pass. Oh, it's the old hook and ladder, and but he was down, I believe, when he caught that ball. Once his knee hit the ground, that was Southward.
Well, trying to pull out a little bit of trickery, but Southward had to go down and get the ball, and his knee ended up hitting. To take a look at the replay.
Once his knee touches, that's it. Yep,
yeah, he had to go down.
And a breakaway. That's Dalton Dyer. He's got some speed trying to turn the corner, and he's going to be run out of bounds by Matt Price. Dalton Dyer broke through the line of scrimmage, and he was off to the races.
A good job by Dyer, going to the right side, cutting it back all the way across the field for a big, big run.
Back to the line of scrimmage very quickly. That's Gottsmer, and he gets brought down by number 45. That is Stevens.
A good job by Colfax stopping him for only a 1-yard gain.
Colfax is going to have to step up here and stop this Placer machine.
Well, yeah, I mean, Placer does such a good job offensively, and that's why it was so surprising to see him last week only score 6 points. You get in a shootout with Placer, it's going to be tough to win.
Yeah. There's Dyer again, trying to look for a block, cuts it back, breaks away, and now he's got some running room, picks up a block from the quarterback, trying to turn the corner, and he gets run out of bounds.
But Dyer, good job. He gets to the outside. There's nothing there. Decides to cut it back, and the entire flow of Colfax's defense was going right. So there was nobody on that backside as he cut it back, and then Burnett throwing a good little block to help him get a few more yards at the end of the play.
All right, there's a handoff to Gottsmer, and he drives down to about the 7-yard line.
As we're going to see here, that cut back by Dyer just does a good job, and Burnett out there giving a block.
In the brown. Hey, down in front here. Oh, and trying to get into the end zone, comes up just a little bit short.
Now it's Gottsmer again on the run.
So that'll bring up second down, first and goal now.
And I wonder if they're going to go with the power up the middle to Turney here on this next play. as they're on the 1 yard line.
2:50 and counting here going to the half as Placer about ready to take it in again. There's the handoff circling and just walks right in as Gottsmer. Nobody laid a hand on him.
No, not at all. He brought it to the outside, picked up a good block by Southward. And that puts him up 27-7. You know, just as we saw Colfax get a little bit of momentum, score a touchdown, you're hoping that maybe they can come up with a defensive stop. But a couple of big runs by Dyer set them up pretty nicely to come up, or for Gottsmer to come up with a score. So unfortunate for Colfax, but Placer continuing to roll offensively to extend their lead.
So Southward now attempts the extra point. Down, up, and this one is good. No doubt about that. That makes it 28-7 as Placer answers the Colfax score on a turnover, and back to a 3-score game.
So 28-7 as Placer, we've seen their offense in the first half do play extremely well, and for Colfax having that one big play to help themselves score. But Placer tonight doing extremely a good job after last week. After last week only scoring 6 points, they put up 28 in the first half.
Here we are, Marty Mortensen along with Michael Strong.
Underneath our tent here.
But it's good to have the tent because it's rained here earlier in this ball game. So far, not much going on with the weather, but it's not that cool of a night tonight. Nice and pleasant.
A little bit more of a seat here.
All right, taking at about the 3-yard line. Trying to turn it up. He got a block. He breaks to the outside. He's got one man to beat. And let's see. He gets out all the way out to the 40-yard line. Russell, the ball carrier.
Nice little return for Colfax as they need to put together a little bit of a 2-minute drill. 2:27 left here in the game. Down 28-7. Get to see how their hurry-up offense does.
Southworth saved a touchdown. Now they're looking for the...
And they're looking for Colfax's ball.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out. Is that yours?
Got your name on it?
Yeah.
Now we're ready to go. Handoff up the middle. Gets into the secondary. It picks up maybe about 4 yards.
And Colfax sticking with the run game.
2:15 and counting to the half. Handoff. He breaks it to the outside, turns it, trying to turn the corner, gets a first down. That's Rollins. He's got a good burst of speed, Michael.
He does. When he hits that outside and hits it to another level, he's able to pick up some good, decent yards. Colfax getting a first down, minute 55 left. And I don't think he was able to get out of bounds as the clock will keep running.
They stopped it for the chain advance, and now Colfax comes up on the ball. There's a handoff around the left side, going to pick up a couple. Surprised they're not putting the ball in the air. They've got a lot of yardage to pick up in some short amount of time. They need another score.
Yeah, you wonder what the situation is and why they're running it. Almost wonder if they're a little bit afraid to throw it after the interception.
Well, the rain has picked up again as the fans put their hoods up, and sure glad we got the tent up tonight.
Yeah, I think we've had a couple of fans join us underneath this tent.
They certainly have. All right, there's that pitch back. Now they're going to throw it deep, and it's going to be intercepted again. Who was that? That
was Southward. Southward doing a good job of going up for it. We're going to actually have a flag on the play now.
See what they're going to call here. Referees in conference.
They ran that pitch pass, and Southward was on the receiver that time.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Colfax.
Well, 55 seconds left, you know, as we take a look at the interception. I mean, he really launched it.
Yeah, but that ball had way too much air under it.
He threw it up there way too high.
Yeah, and I can't believe the receiver didn't come back at all to
either
knock it down. I mean, you've got to once that happens, you've got to become a defender then.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't come back for it, and then he slams the guy, and it caused a 15-yard penalty. That's so now they'll have 55 seconds. See if they just want to take a knee and go into at halftime at 28-7, or are they going to try to put some more points on the board? Dyer's in motion. Handoff. And that is Gottsmer again, it looks like. Yes, it was. Baldoni on the tackle. He seems to be in almost every play. That was a gain of about 5 yards. They're back up in a hurry. Spikes the ball to stop the clock with 28 seconds left.
Wonder how many timeouts Placer has. I want to say they have all 3 of them.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know why they would give up a play there. So Burnett brings them up to the line of scrimmage, looking out into the flat, and that's going to be a first down. It's caught by Southward.
A good catch by Southward as he got hit just as he caught it.
First down. Now they're going to call a timeout with 19 seconds.
Wonder what Montoya in his bag of tricks, what he's going to have. He might look for a draw here. And maybe a reverse pass or something like that. I mean,
hard to draw up a play when you've got 41 yards to go for a touchdown, or 60 yards to go for a touchdown, and you only got 19 seconds. I don't know. Did they ever make a play for that?
You know what? We had that one against Grant in 2003, where we ran a screen pass to the tight end. He stopped at the line of scrimmage and threw it back to the quarterback. It was Stephen Davis throwing it back to Van Meter. That was a pretty long pass.
Right. Oh, here comes Placer. Rolling out. Now it's the Statue of Liberty play, or what Nevada Union calls the wraparound draw.
The wraparound draw.
So a timeout's called again. That was only good for a couple. Colfax stayed home on that one.
They're doing a nice job of picking up Dyer as he came back to them. So 14 seconds left though for Placer, up 28-7.
There's Montoya heading back to the sideline. With 14 seconds, this ought to be just a deep route down the field. And they got three in the pattern, but going to be brought down on a nice defensive play by Tommy Baldoni. That'll end the first half. Good defensive play in there by Baldoni.
Didn't pick up enough blocking.
No.
And they ended up coming up with a sack, but Placer 28-7 lead as they played well here in the first half. So take a look at the replay.
Watch this, Baldoni just breaks right through there. Nobody blocked him.
Yeah, it looked like he came on a blitz and does a good job of wrapping Burnett up. And Burnett actually is a pretty good scrambler too. So
with Baldoni right on that one as good time for the linebacker blitz. They had three receivers going straight down the field in a fly pattern, but he just didn't have enough time to do any look at any one of those three receivers.
No, not at all. But then Baldini came up on him quick.
So here at the halftime, Placer 28 and Colfax 7.
And a good job by Placer. Again, offensively, they looked pretty good so far in the first half. A good start after last week, scoring 6 points, put up 28 here. Defensively, they played extremely well, only allowing 7 points on a pretty much one big play by Colfax. So their defense has stepped up and has had an interception tonight by Gottsmer, and Gottsmer has played pretty well as he's had 2 rushing touchdowns and a receiving touchdown, and then Southward also an interception so far, and he had a receiving touchdown in the corner of the end zone. So Placer looking extremely good tonight after last week's loss to Lincoln as they tried to build some good momentum going into the playoffs.
All right, we'd like to tell you that you're watching exclusive coverage of Placer Hillmen football on the Touchdown Sports Network.
Personal trainer Michael Strong has a new way for you to be healthy. It's GetFitRight.net, the personal trainer that comes to you. Speed, strength, agility, and stamina can all be increased with regular workouts, and Michael Strong tailors each one to you. So be healthy with the help of Michael Strong and
GetFitRight.net. Woo!
In Grass Valley. The Hauser family reminds you if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax.
The Painter family has been taking care of feeding Nevada County families since 1959. And in October, we'll celebrate 50 years of service to you. At both locations of SPD, you'll always find USDA choice beef and a full-service meat department, a complete deli section, produce department, post office, and everything else that makes SPD so special. SPD Markets, hometown proud, where your neighbors shop.
B&C is your neighborhood home and garden center for both builders and consumers. They carry everything you need. In their garden center, you'll find a complete nursery along with expert advice on trees, shrubs, perennials, and garden enhancements. They're open 7:30 to 6 Monday through Saturday and 8 to 5 on Sunday. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center in the Fowler Center, Grass Valley. Your car or truck is an extension of your personality. Chuck Cavros knows this, so Top This delivers truck and auto attitude every day with in-store displays featuring thousands of products from WeatherGuard, DZ, bracket truck racks, along with a large selection of aftermarket performance products, all from the top manufacturers. So give your car or truck the attitude it deserves at Top This Truck and Auto Accessories.
And by Hanson Brothers Enterprises. Hanson Brothers knows the requirements for a beautiful home. It all begins with a good foundation. Hanson Brothers specializes in site preparation and the placement of the underground utilities and septic systems. Then you add drainage, driveway paving, and concrete work, and finally finish it off with topsoils and garden enhancements from Hanson Brothers Colfax. It's all at Hanson Brothers Construction, HPE Rentals, and Hanson Brothers Colfax, where no project is too small.
The 4th annual Mike Bratton Turkey Trot. Mike and Robin remind you to mark your calendars for Thanksgiving morning for the 4th annual Turkey Trot at Nevada Union High School as they honor their son, Michael Bratton II. A record number of runners showed up for last year's event, and a great time was had by all. It'll be a great time to come by and see old friends as the miners prepare for their Thanksgiving contest while the race is on. Be sure to sign up online so you can reserve your t-shirt and your participation in the 4th annual Turkey Trot. 4th annual Turkey Trot helps so many nonprofits in our area, and it's the 4th annual Mike Bratton Turkey Trot on Thanksgiving morning.
Well, all right, we'd like to remind you that you are watching exclusive coverage of Placer Hillmen football on the Touchdown Sports Network.
You're always close by your neighborhood Ace Hardware in Auburn, located on Highway 49 at Luther Road and locally owned and operated for the past 12 years by Mike Bryan and his family. Neighborhood Ace has teamed up with the buying power of Ace Hardware to bring you the largest selection of products for your home and business. And at Neighborhood Ace, they're always ready to talk about the latest Hillman victory at Neighborhood Ace Hardware. Purchasing a used car is better for the environment than buying a new one. That's right, the energy it takes to create a new automobile versus one already built is substantial. So when you choose a used vehicle from Keith Kerwin and Todd Slover, you're helping the environment by consuming less energy. At Pioneer Motors, every car is handpicked, Carfax checked, inspected, and detailed. Pioneer Motors, 1611 Main Street in Grass Valley. Chan, Moon, and Kirschbaum welcome you to their Grass Valley location. Using OptiMap technology, Chan, Moon, and Kirschbaum offer complete eye examinations and can treat any eye condition. They then fill your prescription and grind your lenses in-house, offering a wide selection of frames and contacts. Chan, Moon, and Kirschbaum, protecting your most precious gift of sight. 360 Sierra College Drive, Grass Valley.
Gold and silver are more important as a part of your investment portfolio more now than ever before. There's inflationary pressures. China alone could push the gold price more than double from $1,000 to $2,000 an ounce. Hi, my name is Jason Hommel and welcome to the JH Mint. Here at the JH Mint we have all sorts of gold and silver. We have about 200 ounces of gold. We have about 20,000 ounces of silver or more in stock. We also assay or scrap gold jewelry and placer gold, and we will be here for all of your gold and silver investing needs Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And by Touchdown Production, celebrating our 13th season of local sports television, this is Marty Mortensen along with Michael Strong saying thank you for joining us tonight and all through this football season. Be sure to stay with us after the game when we announce the Bill Slade & Sons Trucking Player of the Game Award created by Award Innovations. Michael and I will select the most deserving Placer or Colfax player and honor him with the Bill Slade and Sons Trucking Player of the Game plaque. So stay tuned after the game for the Bill Slade and Sons Trucking Player of the Game award created by Award Innovations, coming up immediately after this exclusive football telecast. Well, I think we can go down on the field here for a minute, Michael, and check out the cheerleaders and the band as they conclude the halftime ceremonies. This exclusive coverage brought to you by Touchdown Productions, celebrating our 13th season of local sports television. This is Marty Mortensen along with Michael Strong saying thank you for tuning in and making us the #1 sports telecast in the foothills. Remember, all of our Game of the Week telecasts since 1997 are available on DVD, including this exciting 2009 football season. They're all great sports moments produced by Touchdown Productions, now seen streaming all over the world at www.nevadacountytv.org. Just click on Watch NCTV Now or On Demand for the latest broadcast of your NorCal Game of the Week. Well, they are introducing the seniors of the band and the mascot and the cheerleaders, so big night here for the seniors. All being introduced. Once again, the Placer High School Marching Band puts on an outstanding halftime performance. Now they're going to entertain us with the Placer High School fight song. All right. Play the fight song, and they've got a lot to be fighting for tonight as they're on top. Placer is at halftime, 28-7, and it's been kind of one side of the affair, even reflected by the score and also by the number of plays and the fine performance both offensively and defensively by the Placer Hillmen.
Yeah, Placer has looked strong tonight. Doing everything right that they're supposed to. I would say the only mishap that they had was the fumble by South, where that ended up being a touchdown for Colfax. But other than that, they've played extremely well offensively and defensively tonight.
Well, as the band marches off the field, both teams are coming out of the locker room, heading in for the start of the second half. The rain has stopped here at halftime. We've had a couple of showers that just enough dampness on the field where it might have somewhat of a significant change in the ball game if it continues to rain.
It's been a little bit slick out there so far tonight. Not too bad though for the players, but we've seen a couple of them slip up, as Gottsmer did on the kick return and Southward did on a couple of his routes. So interesting to look forward to. And I just got a word down in Elk Grove. Nevada Union is up 27-7 right now on Elk Grove. So it looks like they're going to handle them rather easily.
We had heard a score, which I was really surprised from the Bear River game, that Bear River was up 7-0 at one point in that game, and I don't know what it is now. But
I'm not sure. I've been trying to get a hold of people who might be at the Bear River game, but haven't been successful. Maybe somebody can for us to try to find out a score. They're at home tonight against Lincoln, but that would be a tremendous upset. Yeah, I mean, it would throw the league through a loop with Whitney, Placer, and Lincoln all having one loss going into the final week of the season. So,
yeah, that could be a very important game. We assumed it was going to be a blowout because after what Lincoln did here last week to Placer, and the way that Bear River is short of players and their defense has really been struggling. And so I figured that solid as Lincoln was, maybe Lincoln was looking forward to the next week. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. They could have easily overlooked them after coming off a big win last week against Placer and could have a letdown. So hopefully at some point tonight we can get an update for everybody. But right now, though,
maybe somebody in the truck can call out there to Bear River and find out how that score's coming, or listen to the radio for us and let us know.
Here are some scores from around the
area. We got some scores now.
Lincoln 14, Bear River 7.
Okay, now we've got a score. It's 14-7.
10, Del Oro 7.
Another big game tonight.
In the second quarter, Granite Bay 30, Oakmont nothing.
Well, Bear River hanging tough, down 14-7 to Lincoln. And they must be at halftime, I would assume.
That's what they did say.
So they're hanging with them, which is exciting for them, as they've had a bit of a downer year. But hopefully they can make a couple of adjustments in the second half and be able to pull off a huge upset.
Well, the captains are meeting at the center of the field with the referees, and Colfax will be receiving the kickoff.
And Colfax is really going to need to come up with a score on their first drive. If they could do that, make it a two-possession game, it gives them a chance in this game. But all in all, their defenses would have to make some serious adjustments against this Placer offense, who has played extremely well tonight. And also on the offensive side, hopefully they made the proper adjustments to put up a few more points here in the second half. But, you know, if you get behind on Placer, it's really hard to come back because they keep coming at you. I mean, they keep scoring, and they never lighten up at all.
No,
I mean, they run such a good offense that they can just keep scoring at any point in the game. So it gets dangerous once you go down to them.
Well, let's see what Colfax can do. Is they'll take the kickoff here at the start of this third quarter, down by a score of 28-7, and it's going to be a tough struggle, like you mentioned, Michael. Is that it's? I mean, just when you think you're back in the ball game, you kick off to Placer, and a couple of plays later, they've got another 7 points on you.
Yeah, very tough to stop their offense. So it'll be interesting on what Colfax will be able to do in their game plan here in the second half.
So Southward approaches the ball, kicks it off, and he hits a short one. It's taken in there. And now looking to run someplace is Nick Lincecum.
Kyle Pierce returning the kickoff.
Well, that was Pierce, number 10, as opposed to 11.
So we get a chance here to see Colfax's offense, see what they're going to come out with. They did pretty well running the ball. Rollins has done well tonight for Colfax, but other than that one really big run, they haven't been able to consistently keep the drive alive. They've had a couple good runs here and there, but in the end gotten stopped.
Handoff up the middle, gets about 4. But one of the things, too, is that their passing game is really struggling tonight.
Yeah, it's basically been non-existent as they become one-dimensional with the running game. And something that is talked about at all levels is you don't want to be a one-dimensional team necessarily. You want to have a good mixture of pass and run. It's not something that we've seen tonight.
So they're trying to turn the corner, and Rollins just he just punishes them.
Yeah, Rollins does a good job putting the shoulders down
Rollins, the ball carrier,
and running. You know, just a tough runner. You know, he'd rather hit you than have you hit him.
Aaron Maddox made the tackle.
So Maddox on the tackle, short of a first down. That'll bring up third and about 3.
So rain starts to come down again. Been off and on tonight.
Oh, look at that! He just bowls over the defenders. Chris Glass on the camera work there, doing a great job, and I think they're going to pick up the first down. That was Rollins again. He just punishes you.
He does. I mean, he runs hard, and that's exactly what you want out of your back, is somebody who's going to really run hard. He doesn't worry too much about dancing here and there. He'd rather just lower his shoulder, get what he can, and then line up again for the next play.
So they continue to move the ball on the ground, but that eats up a lot of clock. Here's a pass play right over the middle. Got his man. Coming out of the backfield is Rollins, and he's gonna be tackled out of bounds. He'll get a first down at a gain of about 12 yards.
And they're using Rollins any way they can right now. They're going to run him. They're going to send him out for a pass as well. He's their playmaker, so that's someone that they really need to put the ball in his hands if they can.
He's given a beating, and he's also taken a beating tonight.
Yeah, he's going to be probably pretty sore tomorrow.
No question about that. There's a pitch back. And that maybe just gets back to the line of scrimmage as Marino, the ball carrier, Mitchell on the tackle.
And Marino, another tough runner, as there's a pretty good collision there. I thought he was going to end up with a loss, but ends up falling forward for a 1-yard gain. That's something that Colfax teaches their running backs, is to run hard, to really lower your shoulders. You can see number 4 for Placer is the one who took the hit.
So second down and about 9. Handoff, trying to get to the outside is Rollins. He gets about 6 or 7 yards. It'll be third down and short again.
Colfax here on this first drive coming out running the ball nicely. That offensive line is really controlling the defensive line of Placer as they've put together a couple of good plays here.
Handoff up the middle. Gets the first down. Carries about 3 defenders with him. Down to about the 29-yard line of Placer. But the only problem with this, I mean, they're picking up big yardage, but the clock continues to run. Nine minutes left, and you still don't have any points on the board. And so it's you've got to score. Now they got 3 in the pattern. Another pass right over the middle and hits him right in the hands. That's
a big drop.
That was Austin Young. First time they've gone to that big tight end tonight.
But I think for Colfax, you have to go with what works.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it is running the ball, and basically, though, I mean, you go with what works, and you hope your defense can get you the ball back quickly. I think that's what they're basing it on. But that's not something that we've seen at all tonight.
No, the defense just cannot stop Placer. There's a handoff. Rollins up the middle. He gets brought down in there.
And I think he stripped the ball away.
Rollins, the ball carrier.
They may have blown it dead.
I wonder if we could get a replay on that. That was pretty close.
Did you see that on the television the other night where the kid kicks a field goal, hits a crossbar, goes over for 3 points to win the ball game, and the referee's standing underneath the goalpost and says no.
Oh, really? No, I did not see that.
And then they went and they reviewed it and later, next day, but it was too late. Quick pass out in the flat. They got it. Now they do a hitch and go to, oh, man, they came up and really hit him. That was Marino, the ball carrier.
Well, Marino and Rollins both like to run hard, as you can see, and not tremendously big guys either. But they'll take you on. They don't care.
No, that's 4th and down and about 4. So big defensive play right now for Placer. Let's see what Colfax can come up with. There's a pitch out in the flat to Rollins. Cuts it back in, gets the first down as he dove for the extra yardage.
Well, he made sure that he was going to get that first down.
Yep.
Not caring about his body as he just went for it.
So 1st and 10 on the Placer 19-yard line. Colfax on the move. There's that pitch back again, this time to Marino. Marino gets in behind a couple of blockers, picks up about 3 yards, and that'll do it as Placer comes up and stops him.
Marino again met in the backfield, but just broke through the arm tackle to gain 3 more yards.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 7 as Placer continues to drive. Rolling out now, looking to pass. He's got his man. He drops it again. Oh, right in his hands. Wow.
2 drop passes for Colfax so far on this drive.
Yeah, that was right in his hands. That's not the quarterback's fault. He threw that ball right, a tight spiral, right into the hands of the receiver.
You're right. I mean, that was just too bad. A chance to pick up a good 5 yards and set yourself up for a decent 3rd down.
Now they're going to have to try to draw him offside. Couldn't do it with a hard count. They had to call timeout. So Markholtz, the quarterback, tried to get him on a hard count. Placer didn't bite on it.
And, Colfax doesn't mind using their timeouts for any situation, no matter what part of the game they're in, which is a little surprising. But this first drive, they've really eaten up the clock.
Yeah, right. They've had it for almost a little over 5.5 minutes, but they're inside the red zone, but We'd like to tell you that Touchdown Production is celebrating our 13th season of local sports television. This is Marty Mortensen along with Michael Strong saying thank you for joining us tonight and all throughout this football season. Be sure to stay with us after the game when we announce the Bill Slade & Sons Trucking Player of the Game Award created by Award Innovations. Michael and I will select the most deserving Placer or Colfax player and honor him with the Bill Slade & Sons Trucking Player of the Game plaque. So stay tuned after the game for the Bill Slade & Sons Trucking Player of the Game Award created by Award Innovations, coming up immediately after this exclusive football telecast. And Colfax drives in on a 3rd and 19 into the end zone for a touchdown.
I'll tell you what, Southward got run over.
Was that Rollins again?
Yeah, that was Rollins. He used his truck stick on that one as he ran over Southward as he made his way into the end zone. And that pulls it within a 2-possession game now for Colfax. Now this is crucial for them as they go on defense, though. I mean, they did well scoring early or late in the first half, but then Placer came right back and scored again. So this is crucial for Colfax. If they can put together a stop, they've got some real momentum going for them right now.
So using up 5 minutes and a half on that drive, and now the defense has got to step up and stop this Placer offensive attack. Here's that touchdown.
Oh yeah, again, just take a good look. Rollins just going to run it right up the middle. Does a good job finding the hole. Look at that one missed arm tackle, and then right here, this is just great. Just second half able to march down and put up a score and pull within 14 points, and we'll see if Placer can answer.
Well, so far tonight, Placer has answered every time as Colfax gets a little momentum going. Here's the kickoff. Dyer now fumbles it. Now he's going to take it on his own, trying to skirt around the side. Can't do it. It's going to be down on about the 11-yard line as Dalton Dyer had a problem handling that ball, and it could not set up that reverse. Had to try to run it up the field. In the meantime, Colfax was right on top of him.
Yeah, Placer has come out a little flat here in this second half.
Looking to pass, going deep. He's got his man wide open, right on the money, a straight arm.
Ooh.
And that was Gottsmer.
I tell you what, he had Gottsmer with a few steps and underthrew him a little bit, and he had to slow down to catch that ball.
Yep.
But I tell you what, if he got that out in front of him, that's a touchdown.
Oh, absolutely.
But a good play by Placer.
Deep from their own end zone area, down on the 10-yard line, and that was good for about 40 yards. Now there is Gottsmer again as he... No, that was Turney. No, Gottsmer? Okay.
Gottsmer has just been a beast tonight for Placer in all phases of the game.
So that ball is then on the Colfax 37. In motion is Dyer. Handoff. That's Turney this time, the ball carrier. He's going to be short of the first down, it looks like. That'll bring up 3rd down and maybe a yard.
A little bit of our touchdown production music coming through on our headsets.
All right.
We've been hearing it.
And that looks like they're going to give them a first down. They'll move the chains down to the 35-yard line.
Well, Placer's defense came out a little flat, but this offense has not skipped a beat.
Handoff. Dyer trying to get a block. Can't do it. Cuts back. Then gets just sandwiched in there by a host of Colfax defenders.
Well, Dyer was looking for that cutback that he's gotten the last few runs. that he's had, and it wasn't there that time as Colfax does a good job surrounding him and coming up with the stop.
Here they come up again. Handoff, left side, cuts it back. Gets a few. Picks up maybe 5 yards on the carry.
That's going to bring up a manageable 3rd down for Placer as they are marching in deep to Colfax territory right now.
Burnett gets the play from the coach. He comes back out to his offensive teammates, and here, handoff. Gossamer trying to go to the outside, turns the corner, and I don't know if he made the first down or not. Let's see where they spot it.
I think we had a little kid get run over near the sideline there as well.
That's going to bring up a 4th down. Almost turned that corner. But it looked like he was going to be brought down for a loss in the backfield.
Yeah, and he did a good job getting to the outside using a nice stiff arm. And 4th down, Placer's going to go for it. This is huge for Colfax if they can come up with a stop.
Gossamer again, and he's going to turn, and I don't know if he made it or not. Let's see. Maybe short.
It's going to be close.
Getting out of bounds.
Gossamer carrying, brought down by Crowley.
Let's see if he make it. Yes, he made it. Gossamer doing it all.
That's too bad for Colfax. Great opportunity to end the drive. But at the same time, Gossamer doing a good job of running and fighting for that extra yard because that was pretty close.
Yeah, he did that all on his own because the blocking broke down. Burnett comes over to the sidelines. Gets the play. Now looking to pass, going deep in the corner for Southworth. He's got it. Touchdown! Yes, they did. Once again.
And the Colfax player doing a few push-ups after that one as he got burned deep. And a good job by Southward getting behind the cornerback, and Burnett throwing a good ball, hitting him in stride in the corner of the end zone. So Placer's offense looking just like they did in the first half, marching right down and scoring again.
See, they used less than just a little over 2 minutes to score, where it took 5.5 minutes for Placer. For Colfax. High snap. And they're going to throw it, and no good. That was a real high snap. So 34-14.
When you go back to that 4th down that Colfax had a chance to stop them, Placer picks it up. Next play, they score a touchdown. I mean, that's how fast this game can switch. You know, opportunity to get the ball back and maybe make it a 1-possession game ends up being a touchdown for Placer on the next play, and now they're down 34-14. Take a look at that replay, and it's just going to be a simple fade route, and they're not even going to do any fakes. They're just going to tell Southward to run, and he's just going to throw it perfectly into his hands. As you can see.
Yeah, right there in the corner of the end zone. Beat the safety, and Grayson Crowley in the end zone, and 6 big points, 34-14, 20-point lead again now.
And you wonder if Placer just has anything left. I mean, how many punches can they keep taking before they ultimately crumble?
You mean Colfax?
I'm talking about Colfax.
Yeah, right.
Colfax.
I mean, they get that momentum, and all of a sudden, that's going to go into the end zone by Southward, so that'll bring it out to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, each time Colfax has come down and scored, Placer has answered right back, giving them no chance of sustaining their momentum.
The Foothill area score in the 3rd period, Fair River 15, Lincoln 14.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow. And you get a little bit of a roar of the crowd as they just been told Bear River 15, Lincoln 14.
All of a sudden, we got all these fans out here that are rooting for Bear River.
Yeah, interesting. You know, Lincoln beats Placer 13-6. Placer beat Bear River 51-7. So rather interesting. You know, Bear River hanging tough, coming to play.
All right, going back to pass, looking, oh, his arm is hit, and it is incomplete. The rain has picked up again.
A good pass rush by Placer as they were able to get to the quarterback, and he was unable to get it to Rollins, who was the intended wide receiver for that play.
Single back in the backfield now as they got the receivers out trying to get some three in the pattern, going deep. He's got his man, and he's caught it. Oh, what a great play. Great play in there. Led him perfectly.
They bit on the play action, did Placer.
That was Randy Brown.
Southward, who was a safety, came up thinking that it was a run, and Colfax got behind the defense, and he made a nice catch after we saw a couple of drops on that last possession.
That was right on the money. 1st and 10. There's the pitch. Trying to get to the outside. That's Marino, and he's going to pick up about 3.
Marino carrying, brought down by Jake Turney at the 31.
Bring up 2nd and about a little long 6. Here's a replay on that pass.
Yeah, just play action, and Placer bites.
So the cameraman.
Yeah, exactly. And a great catch.
Yeah. Excellent play. There's another running play up the middle, but Placer shuts that down.
By Connor McKenzie and Jake Turney.
So that brings up 3rd down and about close to 5 yards for a 1st down. They definitely have to. They're definitely in 2-down territory here.
Yeah, I would assume Colfax would be going for it. No
Here
matter
comes
what.
Rollins trying to get to the outside. Gets a block, turns it up, and he does get the 1st down. Rollins just punishes the defenders when he puts his head down.
He does. He just runs hard. Him and Marino both have been doing well tonight running the football. And again, you know, Colfax trying to get that momentum going and punch this in for another score. You know, doing the best they can to keep it close.
There's a handoff over the right tackle slot. Schweitzer, the ball carrier.
He falls forward every time does Rollins when he runs the ball.
On the tackle along with Mitchell at the 13.
So the ball will be placed on the 13-yard line, 2nd down and about 3. Now a timeout's going to be called here. Placer takes timeout. 1:21 left to go in this 3rd quarter. I mean, the Placer defense has been on the field a long time in this 3rd quarter.
They definitely have. I mean, what they're looking at another 1.5 minutes here that they've been on the field, plus 6 minutes from earlier.
Yep.
6-7 minutes. So they've been out there for a good 8 minutes so far of this quarter, as their offense did a quick strike score against the Colfax defense. So. And, you know, Placer's defense, I think Colfax has done well making a couple adjustments up front to open up a few more holes for their running backs to run through. And with running backs like they have with Rollins, Marino, who run hard, they run downhill, all they need is just a little crease, and they're going to hit that hole full speed and look to punish somebody on the other side.
Well, the last time Colfax was down in this territory when they had 3rd and about 8 yards to go for a 1st down, Rollins took it in for 19 yards for a touchdown. So let's see what happens here. Placer's offense is trying to make a game of it, but the only problem is that their defense is really struggling. There's a handoff. Up the middle, breaks into the end zone. That's Rollins again.
He's having a tremendous game. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown tonight. He's ran the ball well, and you're right. The offense of Colfax is trying to keep this game close. It's their defense that's really let them down here in this game. But the 3rd quarter, 14 points for Colfax after only scoring 7 in the first half.
Yeah, that definitely low snap put down, and it's blocked. That was a low snap that time, and they came in and blocked it.
Yeah. And the rain really starting to come down. I think this is the hardest that we've seen it tonight.
Yep.
We take a look at the replay.
Take a look at that replay of that block. That was a low snap, couldn't get it down onto the tee.
Yeah, and a good push up front.
Oh yeah, nice work there. Nice camera work also. But it looks like some of the fans are starting to scurry for the exit here.
Maybe that. I think we added a few more people underneath our tent.
Yeah, all of a sudden we've got some friends here. I'm just glad that I sent an email this morning requesting the tent to be put up tonight.
Yeah, we had our workout this morning with Gil and Lynn, and Gil was like, I don't know if it's going to rain, but ended up being that it is raining.
Yeah.
I don't think it's actually raining down where they are, down in Elk Grove. It seemed like the weather system was sitting up in our area,
right
against the mountains.
All right, there's the kick, and it's going to be taken by Dyer. They're going to try the reverse, and they hand it off to Gottsmer. Coming around, he runs out of bounds, and Placer will take over on their own 22-yard line. They've got a 14-point lead. That was a big extra point that was missed because 2 scores would have put them ahead.
Yeah,
now. But the issue here, though, Michael, is that the Colfax defense can't stop the offense at all.
No, not at all. They have yet to stop them whatsoever, and it looks like we have a Colfax player that might be injured.
That's Matt Price being attended to on the sideline.
But yeah, Colfax's defense has yet to stop this Placer offense as they've scored 34 points. So big possession again.
Handoff to Dyer going around the right end. And he gets brought down after a good gain of about 6 yards.
Dalton Dyer carrying, tackled by Alex Cheney. There is a penalty marker on the play.
Flag down, maybe a hold.
And that's going to help Colfax out as they've get some yardage, and that's going to make it a little bit more difficult for Placer to come up with the first down. And I think that's something that Colfax really is in dire need of now. Is you look at it, that's a huge penalty that can really help Colfax.
So it's first down again and 20, but like we've seen so far tonight, Placer can score from any spot on that field. There is Gottsmer coming around the left side. He's going to pick up about 7 of those yards back.
Gottsmer, the ball carrier, brought down by
we talked about big possession here for Colfax. If they can get a stop,
get the
drive
ball back
again, get the ball back and drive again and make this a one-possession game.
We could have a very exciting fourth quarter. Rolling out, looking, and it's overthrown. Little misread. Had Dyer in the pattern.
And luckily that wasn't intercepted by Colfax. If that was, they would have been sitting in Placer's territory. But we have a big third down, 3rd and long for Placer. I think a conversion here would really hurt Colfax's momentum.
Right.
But a stop.
Southward way out to the right. And now trying to, plenty of time to pass, looking deep. And into double coverage, he thrown to the ball to southward, but that was right into double coverage. So now Placer's going to have to kick as they go 3 and out.
So Colfax's defense stepping up for the first time tonight in a big situation to stop Placer. They get the ball back here, 7 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. An opportunity to pull this game way closer than what we expected for the second half.
Deep back on his own 5-yard line is Southward. High snap, big rush, but it's picked up. There's the kick, good kick. Taken on the 45-yard line. Couldn't get by the defender, and so now they'll take over on their own.
That play ends the 3rd quarter with a score. Placer 34, Colfax 20.
Well, now the end of the 3rd quarter, 34-20 Colfax here, looking to make this an exciting 4th quarter. Their offense is yet to be stopped here in the second half.
No, they've
2 drives and 2 scores.
2 long drives.
And they've got pretty good field position here. Starting at the 46-yard line, their own 46-yard line. So I think this is a true test for the Placer defense. A little bit of adversity, something that they haven't seen tonight. And we'll see if they're able to put a stop on this Colfax offense, who's played well here in the second half.
It's really surprising that Colfax was so flat that first half, and now they come out in the second half. I don't know how you can turn it around like that, but
yeah, I mean, it's like a flip of a switch, and I think maybe playing for a little bit of pride. You know, I mean, down 28-7, you don't want to get blown out.
Right. So here we go. Handoff up the middle, big hole. Rollins picks up about 5 or 6 yards as he continues to grind it out on the ground.
And just a little desperation right now by Colfax.
At the Hillmen 49.
So into Placer territory goes Colfax as they trying to cut this to a 1-score game. Keith Russell rolls out. Now there's a... That maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Rollins. So that'll bring up 3rd down and long again. About 6 yards maybe for a first down.
You know, Colfax shuffles in so many players throughout.
They've got a big squad. Here it goes, a big 3rd down play for Colfax. Quick pass right over the, almost intercepted. They were trying to do the hook and ladder, and that didn't work. Is coming up was number 55. I don't have his name on the roster.
That was very close to being intercepted.
Mackles, it looks like, was the...
Lenz made the tackle at the 47.
So now Colfax 4th down, and I would assume that they would go for it.
Yeah, they're going to go for it here.
Yeah, you almost have to.
Yeah, with the time running out, as we're down to 10:20 and counting, and we've got a 4th down situation and 3. They'll probably give it.
They better hurry up, or they might see another penalty, maybe get a timeout.
Now they're the penalty, and there goes.
Penalty though. That could hurt him.
Schweitzer.
There is a penalty marker on the play.
And got a Another score update, 35-6.
I don't think they got set on the line of scrimmage. That's going to take them back 5 yards, I believe.
That's too bad to get a first down.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't. That's what I thought. There was movement going on there with a couple of guys. I saw that. That's going to see, those kind of things really hurt.
But yeah, I mean, you do such a good job. You pick up a first down, you keep your drive alive, and you go from having a, first in Placer's territory to now you're going to have to punt on 4th down, and you have to get the ball back to Placer.
So Baldoni will go back into punt formation. He has a quick kick, but it not much distance. Let's see what he can do this time. It's like they might have been offside. Short, good kick though, and taking it all the way down on the 20-yard line.
And I was wondering that too. It looked like Placer might have been lined up offside.
That's what I thought, but they didn't get the call. Well, I tell you that's got to be that's really got to hurt your momentum there.
It does. I mean, Colfax, you have a first down, and who knows what could have happened. They could have easily gone in for another score, and now they had to give Placer the ball back.
Handoff. That is. Oh, there's a flag. Attorney, the ball carrier. Pierce made the stop. Might have been illegal procedure. That happened right at the start of the play. Holding. That'll take him back 10 yards.
Maybe that's a student section.
The students never go home early. They'll be here.
Well, Colfax, maybe another opportunity here as Placer, another penalty that sets him back.
Rolling out, looking deep. Got his man, and tripped up. It was Crowley. He was in the best position to intercept that ball, but he got tripped up by Southward as he ran by him. Both of the receivers on the right side ran a fly pattern, and one of them was open completely. Nobody was on him.
Yeah.
Just threw to the wrong one. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 20. Looking to pass again. The draw, wraparound draw, and I missed it. I followed the quarterback. That was Josh Turney.
That's a big run.
Oh, man, he's going to be just short of the first down.
Picked up a lot of that yardage back. 3rd and
about maybe 4. Big defensive stand right now for Colfax.
Yes,
they're going to get back in this ball game.
9 minutes left to go here in the 4th quarter.
Handoff. Trying to get the corner, and does he get it? He does. That was Gottsmer.
And Gottsmer doing a nice job of extending the play, getting to the outside, knew exactly where he had to go for the first down and went right for it.
So once again, Colfax cannot hold him. Clock continues to run. Rain continues to come down. Handoff, big hole. Oh, trying to cut back. Let's see if Turney, the ball carrier.
He really got upended on that one. But another first down, it looks like.
Yes, it is.
And they're really going to try to eat up the clock as we take a look at that replay. He actually leaped and then got hit.
And then he got hit again on the way down.
Yeah. That's dangerous anytime you jump up in the air like that.
Back to live action. Handoff to Turney again over the left side. Picks up maybe 3.
Turney carrying brought down by Hillmen at the 45. Second and 6.
Placer, I think, doing a good job here getting their offense back together after that 3 and out. And that wraparound draw was huge after that penalty.
Handoff, Gottsmer over the left side, picks up the first down as they continue to grind it out on the ground.
After Gottsmer tackled by
Well, I'll tell you right now, as it stands, we've had some good plays by both teams, especially with the playing of Patrick Rollins for Colfax. But right now, Gottsmer is he's putting on a one-man show here tonight for our most valuable player.
He definitely has.
That only goes for just a couple. Turney, the ball carrier. Baldoni on the tackle. Baldoni's all over the field tonight. He's the junior captain of this defensive squad. He calls signals, calls the plays for the defense. This is his second year on the varsity. He played as a starter as a sophomore last year. Good ball player. Handoff, Gottsmer around the left side. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and about 6.
Another big 3rd down situation for Placer. 6 minutes and 35 seconds left in this game.
3rd and 4.
If they get a first down here, they could really knock out some more time on the clock.
Colfax needs a turnover.
They are in dire need of a momentum swing.
Coming out to
might
the
look
right
for
side.
southward here. He split out pretty wide.
Handoff up the middle, big. Oh, did he make the first down? That was Turney. Let's see, they're going to give it to him, I believe.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
See where they mark it. They may have to do a measurement, but I don't. Let's see. Timeout for a measurement, yep.
I think you're going to see Placer go for it on this 4th down as well. Colfax hasn't been able to stop him with 3rd and short and 4th and short tonight. A little bit of heckling from the crowd. They believe he got the first down.
Yeah, it looks like it from here, but we'll have to see. Stretch it out, and it is first down. Colfax just unable to make the big stop.
Yes, you're right. Anytime there's been a big situation, they've failed to make a play.
Clock starts 5:52 and counting. As Placer continues to dominate this game on the ground on this drive. Handoff. Turney gets stopped.
Turney, the ball carrier. Michael Murphy.
Gonna have
Michael Murphy on the stop.
Good job by Colfax. And meeting Turney in the hole and driving him back for a 1-yard loss.
Clock continues to run. Placer in no hurry. Oh, there was somebody moved.
There's movement all over the line.
I don't know whether it was a false start or was it encroachment. Placer thinks it's against them. It was illegal procedure. that'll bring up second down and about 16. Of course, this hasn't phased Placer no matter what the down yardage is. There's that wraparound draw again, and that picks up maybe 3.
Well, it worked last time, but Colfax was ready for it. And 3rd and long now. 4 minutes, 35 seconds left in the game.
So Placer can just about put this away here if they can get a first down on this sequence of looking to pass. Now rolling out, throwing into double coverage, and that ball was almost intercepted. Dropped by Crowley.
And he really underthrew that ball. Probably shouldn't have thrown it. But I guess he couldn't throw it away either.
No.
It'd be intentional grounding.
Right.
So.
So now that brings up a 4th down and about 14. There's Crowley, had that ball right in his hands and just couldn't hold on to it. That'd have been a big interception had he was able to pick that one off. So 4:14 left. See if Colfax puts a rush on. Baldoni tries to get in, can't do it. The ball's going to go out of bounds as he shanks it off the right side of his foot. And it's going to be put on the 26-yard line of Colfax. Well, that was as good as an interception. In fact, better, because the interception would have brought the ball out to the 20.
Yeah, so Colfax, 4 minutes left here. I think they're going to have to open up that passing game.
And they need 2 scores.
Maybe even a couple of trick plays.
Oh, they're going to be illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure against the Falcons.
The wind has picked up also here in the last few minutes, along with the rain. So now it's 1st and 15. Now they pitch it back, looking to go deep, throwing it downfield into double coverage and almost intercepted.
I think Placer's anticipating all trick plays right now.
Yeah, right. Southward on the breakup of that pass, but that was right into double coverage.
There was no chance of that really being completed. And Southward actually almost came up with the interception.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 15. 3:57 left to go in this ball game. So no scoring so far in this 4th quarter. There's the handoff. Going around the right side, he's got an opening. He goes right on by down the sideline. He could go, cuts it back in, but no, he's going to be brought down.
Marino, give him credit, he wants to hit somebody, but I think he should have ran out of bounds.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much time left, but a great run by Marino as it really opened up along that right sideline. So take a look at the replay.
They were expecting a pass, but look at him go.
I mean, just look at the speed going around to the outside.
He went right by Southwood.
Yeah.
They tried to cut it back in. Now back to live action. Ball down on the 30-yard line. And let's see there. Oh, that's Rollins going to the outside. He's going to get a first down.
Just a punishing runner. That is going to stop the clock while they move the chains. 3:27 left here in the game. And Colfax driving, trying to make this a one-possession game and possibly go for an onside kick.
There's a handoff again. That's Rollins. Picks up a couple.
Rollins, the ball carrier. Josh Clem made the tackle.
Clem on the tackle. They've got Colfax has got to get somebody in the end zone here very quickly.
They do. There's not much time left. I believe they have 2 timeouts left.
Oh, and there's he slipped as he tried to cut. That field's getting a little wet now.
The rain has steadily come down throughout the night here.
At the 17-yard line.
Clock continues to run, 2:30. This brings up 3rd down and about 8. Pitch back to Rollins, trying to go the right side, makes a turn, gets down for a 1st down as the wind picks up. That'll stop the clock as he goes out of bounds.
And with 2:16 left, going to put them a 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. If they can score on this next play, it gives it 2 minutes to go about in the game and a possible onside kick.
Handoff Rollins again, right side. Does he get in? Let's see.
What, he's driving.
He does.
Wow.
Oh,
that was a great
he did that
run.
all on his own.
Great
Rollins
run.
with a touchdown.
His 4th one tonight. 4th touchdown tonight by Rollins in a 1-possession game. And you wonder on the 4th down where they had the legal motion, they were able to get the 1st down, ended up having to punt.
Good snap there, down, put up, and it's good. Mackie Leo with the extra point. Now it's a one touchdown game. Now as Colfax comes back, there's a couple of what ifs tonight, no question about that.
Definitely some missed opportunities by Colfax, but you got to give them credit here in the 2nd half.
They have fought back.
They have definitely fought back. They've scored 20 points to Placer's 7, I believe.
Yep, 7.
So a good job by Colfax of not giving up in this game, and you got to expect an onside kick here. And if they get the ball back, they've got a great opportunity to go down again and score with a little over 2 minutes to go.
Here's a replay of that touchdown.
But just an amazing run. And he's been running hard all night.
Yeah, he has.
As Rollins. As you can see, it looks like he's going to get stopped, and he just keeps moving his feet. He's moving the pile and gets right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Don't forget, fans, with the holiday season coming up, the Placer Heights Music Department will be selling Christmas.
Well, this is the ball game right here. Because I think that Colfax only has 1 timeout left, I think. So they used up their 2 timeouts earlier in the 3rd quarter. And
for the Hillmen.
let's see how they play this. Looks like Placer's anticipating a onside kick. They just don't know which way it's going to go.
Yeah.
There. And let's, oh boy, there's a pileup, but I think Placer got it.
Yeah, I think so too. It's a good job of covering the ball up.
Let's see. Oh,
no, Colfax.
No, now he signals the other way, I was going to say.
Oh. They just excited a lot of people on the Colfax side. A little late trick or treat.
Yeah, that was. Referee just signaled the wrong direction, got everybody a heart attack over here on this side of the field. So now Placer can just about run this one out here. There's a gain of about 7 yards for Turney. With one timeout left, I don't know if they're going to.
No, they're not going to use it.
Not use it right now.
You know, for Colfax, you maybe want to be looking for a strip. You know, first guy hit him, second guy coming in, try to strip that ball away.
So they're going to use up as much time. Placer's going to use up that. They may let the clock run down. Well, let's see. They're going to come out and run the play before the clock runs out. Handoff. That's Turney. He gets a first down.
That just might seal the game.
With 1:09 left.
First down, Hillmen.
Let as much time run off the clock, 57 seconds. Well, they're going for the ball, no question about that. That's going to get back maybe to the line of scrimmage. Looks like Clem's hurt. Timeout being called now by Colfax with 40 seconds. Clem limps off.
Yeah, so Colfax, 40 seconds left to go in this game. Basically the only opportunity they have is to try to strip the ball from Placer. 34-7. They've done a good job here in the second half to battle back and make this somewhat of a game. And, you know, offensively, Rollins has played extremely well tonight for Colfax. 4 rushing touchdowns for them.
Well, we've got to come up with our player of the game.
It was pretty tough. I mean, you have Rollins, you have
Gottsmer, you've got Southward.
Yeah, you've got Southward. I mean, all around, though, interception, receiving touchdown, and a rushing touchdown. I think Gottsmer so far.
Yeah, I think number 22, we're going to have to go with Asher Gottsmer again for our player of the game, as he's just played a whale of a ball game here tonight. There he goes again over the left side and picks up maybe a couple.
Colfax going to use their last timeout.
Timeout now. So that'll bring up 3rd down and long. There's a good shot of Gottsmer. He's been a workhorse tonight. Look at all those stickers on the back of his helmet. So you don't think he's had a great season?
Yeah, and all season long he's played extremely well for Placer. Has really been the focal point of their offense. And he's played well again tonight, as he has each and every game, even after that hiccup that he had last week when he fumbled on the 5-yard line against Lincoln, and they ended up losing that game.
Yeah.
He came back tonight and, you know, just basically forgot about what happened last week, focused on Colfax, and has ran well.
He has put on quite an exhibition here, both offensively and defensively. Oh, with 33 seconds left in this ball game, they may just take a knee here and then let the clock run. That's what they're going to do, and the clock continues to run, and they won't have to run another play. So Colfax will put up a valiant effort here in this second half, but just had a couple of stops that they couldn't make when in critical situations.
You're right.
And that was the difference in the ball game.
Plenty of opportunities for Colfax to possibly have this game tied, but get it up to Placer, playing well again after last week's loss.
34-27 in favor of Placer. So it was all Placer the first half and all Colfax the second, but it was just was not to be there for Colfax as they put on an excellent performance. There it is, 20 points to 6, and just come up short. Let's see what Bear River scored. So it looks like, well, that attrition rate that Bear River has, we just had a 29-15 score in the third quarter. And with a small squad, and a lot of players going both ways, it's really tough. Yeah,
it eventually can wear on you. It looks like they're going to come up short. And, you know, Colfax here tonight, they're just left themselves too big a hole after the first half and were unable to overcome it as they played a very good second half. But, yeah, tonight we have Asher Gottsmer, player of the game, receiving touchdown, a couple rushing touchdowns, as well as an interception. The running back from Placer played well again tonight.
So we have announced the Bill Slade and Sons Trucking Player of the Game Award, created by Award Innovations, and that goes to number 22, Gottsmer. Asher Gottsmer, as he comes up big in this ball game. Now the varsity squad will come over and sing the alma mater to the fans. And another victory for Placer as they're now 8-1 for the season. They'll be they'll be in the playoffs next when the playoffs begin.
Yeah, I would say so. For Colfax, they're probably going to have to try to get lucky and come up with a big win next week, as they're going to face more likely another powerhouse from the PVL. So not over for them at all.
I would like to remind you that you've been watching exclusive coverage of Placer Hillmen football on the Touchdown Sports Network.
Personal trainer Michael Strong has a new way for you to be healthy. It's GetFitRight.net, the personal trainer that comes to you. Speed, strength, agility, and stamina can all be increased with regular workouts, and Michael Strong tailors each one to you. So be healthy with the help of Michael Strong and
GetFitRight.net. Woo!
In Grass Valley. The Hauser family reminds you if it's round, rubber, and it rolls, then you're sure to find it at Plaza Tire and Auto Service. From regular car and truck tires to small specialty tires for your trailers and golf carts, you can trust Plaza Tire has the tire for you. They stake their reputations on it every day. Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Auto repair done on your schedule, not theirs, in Penn Valley, Nevada City, and in Colfax.
The Painter family has been taking care of feeding Nevada County families since 1959. And in October, we'll celebrate 50 years of service to you. At both locations of SPD, you'll always find USDA choice beef and a full-service meat department, a complete deli section, produce department, post office, and everything else that makes SPD so special. SPD Market's hometown proud, where your neighbors shop.
B&C is your neighborhood home and garden center for both builders and consumers. They carry everything you need. In their garden center, you'll find a complete nursery along with expert advice on trees, shrubs, perennials, and garden enhancements. They're open 7:30 to 6 Monday through Saturday and 8 to 5 on Sunday. So start right, start here at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center in the Fowler Center, Grass Valley. Your car or truck is an extension of your personality. Chuck Cavros knows this, so Top This delivers truck and auto attitude every day with in-store displays featuring thousands of products from WeatherGuard, DZ, bracket truck racks, along with a large selection of aftermarket performance products, all from the top manufacturers. So give your car or truck the attitude it deserves at Top This Truck and Auto Accessories.
And by Hanson Brothers Enterprises. At Hanson Brothers Enterprises and HBE Rentals, their goals are simple. Provide rock and sand products, ready-mix concrete, construction services, and rental equipment to their customers while providing safe, stable jobs for their employees, thereby ensuring Hanson Brothers Enterprises will continue as a contributor to our community. Hanson Brothers Enterprises, part of the fabric of Nevada County.
In the 4th annual Mike Bratton Turkey Trot, Mike and Robin remind you to mark your calendars for Thanksgiving morning for the 4th annual Turkey Trot at Nevada Union High School as they honor their son, Michael Bratton II. A record number of runners showed up for last year's event, and a great time was had by all. It'll be a great time to come by and see old friends as the miners prepare for their Thanksgiving contest while the race is on. Be sure to sign up online so you can reserve your t-shirt and a participation in the 4th annual Turkey Trot, and it helps so many nonprofits in our area, and it's the 4th annual Mike Bratton Turkey Trot on Thanksgiving morning.
Well, you're watching exclusive coverage of Placer Hillman football on the Touchdown Sports Network.
You're always close by your neighborhood Ace Hardware in Auburn, located on Highway 49 at Luther Road and locally owned and operated for the past 12 years by Mike Ryan and his family. Neighborhood Ace has teamed up with the buying power of Ace Hardware to bring you the largest selection of products for your home and business. And at Neighborhood Ace, they're always ready to talk about the latest Hillman victory at Neighborhood Ace Hardware. Purchasing a used car is better for the environment than buying a new one. That's right, the energy it takes to create a new automobile versus one already built is substantial. So when you choose a used vehicle from Keith Kerwin and Todd Slover, you're helping the environment by consuming less energy. At Pioneer Motors, every car is handpicked, Carfax checked, inspected, and detailed. Pioneer Motors, 1611 Main Street in Grass Valley. Chan, Moon, and Kirschbaum welcome you to their Grass Valley location. Using Optimap technology, Chan, Moon, and Kirschbaum offer complete eye examinations and can treat any eye condition. They then fill your prescription and grind your lenses in-house, offering a wide selection of frames and contacts. Chan, Moon, and Kirschbaum, protecting your most precious gift of sight. 360 Sierra College Drive, Grass Valley.
Gold and silver are more important as a part of your investment portfolio more now than ever before. There's inflationary pressures. China alone could push the gold price more than double from $1,000 to $2,000 an ounce. Hi, my name is Jason Hommel and welcome to the JH Mint. Here at the JH Mint we have all sorts of gold and silver. We have about 200 ounces of gold. We have about 20,000 ounces of silver or more in stock. We also assay or scrap gold jewelry and placer gold, and we will be here for all of your gold and silver investing needs Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Mike Bratton is the neighbor you can count on for your most important insurance decisions, 24 hours a day.
The first step begins with a phone call. Hi, I'm Mike Bratton, your good neighbor State Farm agent, and I look forward to hearing from you. Since 1984, my team and I have been educating clients and developing long-term relationships through personalized and professional guidance on their insurance programs. We will put you in the driver's seat and strive to enhance each encounter you have with us.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And by Touchdown Productions, now in our 13th season of presenting only the best local sports television. This is Marty Mortensen along with Michael Strong saying thank you for tuning in, and remember to join us next time as we present 2 more football broadcasts. Up first on Saturday at 8 p.m., join Jim Adams and Paul Brown as the NU Miners honor their senior class of 2009 with a game against the Davis Blue Devils. I guess that game will be with you.
Yeah,
you'll be covering that game, mixing them up here. And then on Sunday, tune in to me and Paul as we travel to Whitney High School at the Placer as the Placer Hillmen take on the Whitney Wildcats in a rematch of last year's Division IV championship game. It's 2 more great football games produced by Touchdown Productions, now seen streaming all over the world at www.nevadacountytv.org. Just click on Watch NCTV Now or On Demand for your next broadcast of the NorCal Game of the Week. All right, Michael, it was kind of a different ball game here tonight. The first half was all Placer, second half all Colfax. Unfortunately, Colfax came out just on the short end of by 7 points.
Yeah, it ended up being too big of a hole for Colfax to overcome after the first half being down 28-7. Really battled back the second half, and it kind of shows the character of their team to never give up and to keep playing, keep fighting. But all around, a good job by Placer. I think Montoya wants to probably work on them on their second half game. The game's not over. Even if it's 28-7, it's not over yet. A good team like Colfax can play themselves back into it. So all in all, though, Placer moves forward for a big matchup against Whitney next week. Should be a good game.
Yeah, we'll look forward to bring that game to all TV audience out there. As the crowd has filtered out of the stadium here tonight as the rain continues to come down. And we'd like to tell you that the executive producer for tonight's game was Gilbert M. Dominguez. Remote coordinator and director for tonight here at Placer was Sean Kashevsky. Titles and replay provided tonight by Brandon Duckett. Your announcers for tonight's game, Marty Mortensen along with Michael Strong. Camera operators, Chris Glass, Danny Goodnow, and Cassie Walker. Technical engineers, Paula Mikowski. Office manager, Lynn Dominguez. Remote facilities provided tonight by the Commander 3. Commander 3 Maintenance, Plaza Tire and Auto Service. Player of the Game Award presented by Bill Slade & Sons Trucking by Award Innovations. Touchdown Sportswear, keeping us warm tonight, DK in Stitches. Touchdown Finances are provided by Centro Graziano, LLP. And Gil would sure love to hear from you. You can email him at gil@touchdownproductions.com, 274-2206. And for Michael Strong, Sean Kashevsky, this is Marty Mortensen and the entire Touchdown Production Sports team saying we'll see you next week